Newsflash, Bitcoin is not dead yet. Nice. Nice. Winning, guys. We're winning. Look, Bitcoin, it's been having a rough few days in the charts, as we've been discussing, but we might be getting a bit of relief. And what's very interesting is the things that have been going on in the news right now, because slowly but surely we're starting to see a bit of a narrative shift going on here. Now, it's too early to say it. This is a definitive, like, yep, all the institutions are about to pump Bitcoin back to the moon, but we're starting to see some early movements that are making me take notice. So we're going to discuss that in this video. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that is a topic that you would like to learn some more about, then make sure you are a subscriber to the Lark Davis channel, that you are just gently tapping on the thumbs up button just for the YouTube algorithm, just gently, no violence needed here, and of course, click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. So let's go ahead and turn straight over to the charts to get started off with today. Bitcoin closed under the green line, that's $30,000. Bitcoin closed under $30,000 on the daily charts for the first time in a very long time. Actually, since January 1st, that was the last time we actually saw a daily close for Bitcoin under $30,000. And of course, that was on the way up, not on the way down like we are currently experiencing. Now, this happened on very low volume. So just to give you some perspective, you can see that little volume right there. And then look at the first sell-off. Look at the volume here, right up here. That's incredible. There's a very, very, very different situation. You can see here, just move that back and just see how big the volume was on the first sell-off versus the volume right now. So essentially what we are seeing is a low level of conviction from sellers. Also not a massive amount of conviction from buyers. Let's keep that real for a second. But a lot of the people who are still holding onto their Bitcoin right now are holding onto their Bitcoin. They're decided that they're going to go with the diamond hand route. They're going to hodl. They're holding onto their Bitcoin. They're expecting higher prices, whether it's in a month or 6 months or a year or 5 years. These people are holding on. They're not willing to part with their Bitcoin yet. So incredibly low volumes that we're seeing right here. Also, because of the general indecisiveness of the market, we haven't seen an incredible amount of buyers stepping up here either. Yes, we did have a nice little green candle. It's cute. Let's look at it. Nice. Hello, green candle. Welcome back to the party, man. Nice to see you. Little green candle pushing us back up above $30,000. We're about 19 hours off from the daily close at the time of recording this video. A lot can happen between now and then, but maybe that was the time to buy Bitcoin. I still have some orders in lower in case the market does turn around and, you know, goes down further. I've got orders in for Bitcoin at $27,000 right now. Fingers crossed. That'd be pretty awesome to get those filled. I did buy a little bit more Bitcoin at $29,500 yesterday. It's nice. Feels good. But let's see how this all plays out over the next few days here. But very low volume, very low conviction, I think, from the general market right now, which really has been this whole sideways ranging thing that we've seen. It's kind of ranging downwards and sideways at the moment, but generally, we are seeing just a lack of conviction from the buyers and the sellers until the market really definitively decides the direction that it's going, and then we'll see those volume levels spike back up big time. Before we dive into the news, I just wanted to point this out because it was a funny thought that I had today I want to share with you guys. As a cryptocurrency investor, you deal with some stuff. I mean, come on, Bitcoin's gone down 50% in 2 months. Most of your altcoin bags are probably like down 70, 80%, something like that. It's brutal. Crypto's crazy, man. The old saying, the volatility is the price you pay for performance. Very, very true. Because if you dial it back, and yeah, we're down 50% from the all-time high, but it's all relative to when you bought. Because anybody who bought in 2020 is up right now. Think about that. Any day that you could have bought Bitcoin in the whole year of 2020, you're up right now. Although a lot of people came in and bought Bitcoin in 2021 and they're down right now. But if you're still holding, if you're one of those people who are diamond handing it, then you know about the craziness of this right here, that when stock markets drop 2%, everybody loses their minds, man. Crypto holders were made differently, apparently. It's some crazy stuff. By the way, if you'll be trading some cryptocurrencies, maybe you want to trade some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, some XRP, whatever your fancy might be, you need to get yourself an account over on Bybit. They have just introduced spot trading, so you can get 0% fees if you're a market maker in the spot markets. They, of course, also offer a very popular derivatives market with a lot of different coins that you can long or short over there on Bybit. Use the link down below in the description to start your account, and you can get up to $600 in trading bonuses. Now let's talk about the news. Ark Invest, they are still a buyer of Bitcoin right now. I think this is encouraging because you see these big, highly successful investors doubling down and buying more and buying more and buying more. Now Ark Invest, it's interesting that they've bought even more Grayscale Bitcoin shares. Now, it's around $8 million worth. That's 250 Bitcoin or something. Not crazy amounts, but, you know, some Bitcoin, right? They did, however, just have a massive unlock. So this was one of the X factors in our Grayscale Bitcoin unlock, was actually a lot of those shares were going to Ark Invest. So they've just had those shares unlocked, which they can now hold on to. And they've been buying more shares because currently the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is trading at a discount, which means essentially that you can buy Bitcoin via the GBTC Trust at less than it costs on the spot market. And of course, Ark Invest will be playing on the idea that Grayscale is a highly likely contestant for getting a Bitcoin ETF. Grayscale's intention is to transfer the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust into a Bitcoin ETF. So buying now at a 15% discount on an asset that's going to trade at spot price in the future, potentially a very smart play here from Cathie Wood over at Ark Invest. They're still buying. They're not afraid to be gobbling up some dip. Now here's the very interesting thing that I want to talk with you about, because the narrative, it's a trickle right now. I don't want us to get too excited, but it's a trickle, and we are starting to see just a little bit of these financial institutions starting to take a more positive view on Bitcoin. So this is an article from NASDAQ.com. JP Morgan Wealth CEO says clients see Bitcoin as an asset class to invest in. Now, this is an important thing because just remember, just last week, BlackRock, world's biggest asset manager, came out and said that there's no demand for Bitcoin. Nobody wants to buy Bitcoin. Here we are. JP Morgan's clients, I'm sure the same clients BlackRock has, saying something different. So is it time? Have they got their messages? Is it time to flip the script and go bullish again? Goldman Sachs also last week, Bitcoin is not a viable asset class to invest in. JP Morgan, investors disagree. I'm telling you, the sentiment in this market can change just like that. It can happen real fast. And by the way, JP Morgan also hiring more blockchain talent, so to speak. They want people with experience in Bitcoin, Ethereum, proof of stake consensus mechanisms. I'm sure JP Morgan will start offering ETH 2.0 staking to its customers in the not so distant future, as well as all of their other cryptocurrency activities that they've been providing for their clients. And then here's another story, very, very interesting as well. This is out of CNBC, an organization that is definitely a fudster and a half. These guys will literally repost articles from like 6 months ago to try and stir up FUD. CNBC, man. Anyway, these guys, they posted this today. Bitcoin mining isn't nearly as bad for the environment as it used to be. New data from Cambridge University shows the geography of Bitcoin mining has drastically changed over the last 6 months. Again, look at what's happening here. How quickly all these news stories can start to come out that are actually positive. How quickly they can start come out and saying again, hey, look, Bitcoin's a good asset class. Bitcoin's popular with investors. Add 2 or 3% of Bitcoin to your portfolio. Yeah, I know we said Bitcoin mining is really, really bad for the environment, but actually it's not that bad. Don't worry, there's a new study, Bitcoin mining, it's back on. Everybody's cool with Bitcoin mining again. Let's all not worry about that particular talking point for a while. Just go out and buy some Bitcoin. This is a big turnaround for them to now basically be coming out and saying like, hey, actually Bitcoin mining, not really that bad for the environment. It's all good. Go buy yourself some Bitcoin. Incredible change of opinion, and it's incredible how fast it changes. There's a game going on here. The game is how to get the Bitcoin from your pocket into their pockets. And they're patient, they have lots of resources, and they play the game very well because these organizations have played the game with gold, they've played it with Forex, they've played it with real estate and bonds and stocks, and now they're playing it with crypto, particularly with Bitcoin. They're taking a big interest in Ethereum as well. And look, what Bitcoin and Ethereum do largely influence the entire cryptocurrency market. Those two cryptocurrencies alone make up like 70% of the entire cryptocurrency market cap. Massively important, and that is where a lot of their focus has been going. When you understand the game, when you understand how it's played, you can adapt to the rules of the game as they play it. And it's interesting that these positive news stories are starting to come out when we have the B word happening today. So the B word, this is a conference that Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Square and Twitter, he's putting on. He's invited Ark Invest, so Cathie Wood, she's going to come and talk. What's got a lot of people excited, they've also invited Elon Musk. Elon Musk is going to come and talk. Now, Michael Saylor, he put out a report from his buddies at the Bitcoin Mining Council recently that shows that Bitcoin, this was only according to 33% of Bitcoin miners who reported in, but Bitcoin is 56 or 57% mined on renewables. Elon Musk had previously said, well, if I can see data that shows that Bitcoin is more than 50% renewable, then Tesla will start accepting Bitcoin again. Will that conversation come up tomorrow? It's very interesting that we're seeing these positive news stories come out right before this big event. Now, Jack Dorsey's actually putting this on in order to pitch Bitcoin as an investment to institutions. Very, very interesting stuff. We'll see what comes out of this. Obviously, Michael Saylor did a similar thing back in February, which obviously got a lot of institutions interested as well. This is the next phase of it. So definitely just keep an eye on the stories that we start to see coming out from the media, because I get the feeling these guys are about to pull the big old switcheroo on us and start pumping up Bitcoin again. At least I hope. Let's see what happens over the next few weeks, how the rest of July plays out. And of course, really looking into August, I think it'll be very, very interesting for the whole crypto markets, with a lot of people, the sellers reaching exhaustion, the positive narratives starting to come back in. Anyway, those are just my 2 Satoshis. Your question for today. Do you think that we're about to see a situation where all of these financial institutions and media organizations flip the bullish switch back on? Or am I getting a bit too optimistic and we're about to tank by another 50% and they're going to keep being very, very, very bearish? Let me know down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.